Hello Infotech students, today we're going to be working on lesson 10, which is all about securing and sharing a presentation. So in this lesson we will learn to work with comments, incorporate reviewer changes, protecting a presentation, preparing a presentation for distribution, exporting and saving a presentation in different formats. Alright, so it tells us to open up the HR review document out of your student data files. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and save this document in our PowerPoint Lesson 10 folder called HR Review Final Version 1. Okay, and it tells us to note the small balloon icon in the upper left corner of slide 1. It tells us to click on the Review tab, and then we're going to click on Show Comments. So we want to make sure we click on the top part, I guess. The comments pane appears. It says read the comment in the comments pane. It says this looks great. See a couple of comments on later slides. Okay. And then we're gonna click then click show markup. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to click on that, and then we're going to click show markup, and then the comment balloon is hidden. It says repeat step 4 to redisplay the comment balloon, so we're going to click show markup again. Next, it tells us to click the show comments button, the button, not the arrow below it. Okay, the next comment appears, which is on slide 9. Okay, so click on this next comment button. And it tells us to read this. It says, this diagram doesn't really pop on the slide. Can you adjust the colors style to improve the appearance? Okay, it tells us to click the Smart Art graphic. And then we're going to click the Smart Art Tools Design tab. And we're going to choose More under Smart Art Styles group. And click the metallic scheme. Which would be this one. Okay, and then we're going to click the Change Colors button, and we're going to choose Gradient Loop Accent 6. This one. Okay, and then in the comments pane under Karen Jones's comment, we're going to type I have added the pop you have requested. Is this acceptable? Okay. Next, it says to select your comment. Select your comment in the comments pane, and then we're going to click next. Then click the previous button 3 times to return to slide 1. And it tells us to close the comments pane. To do so, click the Close button on the Comments pane or click the Show Comments button on the Reveal tab, and then it tells us to save our presentation. Okay, it looks like next we're going to be inserting a comment. Still using the same file, we're going to click the File tab and then click on the Options button. And it says PowerPoint Options dialog box opens. Under or in the username text box and initial type your name and the initials if they aren't already there. Okay, and then click OK to accept them. With slide 1 displayed, we're going to click New Comment on the Review tab. Okay, and then type the following text in the comment box. So, Peter, I have already received feedback from Karen Jones. Please suggest any further changes you think necessary to make this a dynamite presentation. Okay. Click outside the comments box. It says your comment marker displays in the upper left corner, slightly overlapping the other comment marker. Okay, next it tells us to go to slide 10 and we're going to select the text that says 6 weeks. Oh, right here in the third bullet. If you select text or an object on the slide before creating a new comment, the comment balloons appear adjacent to the section. If you do not make a selection about anything beforehand, the comment balloon will appear in the upper left hand corner of the slide. We're going to click New Comment button, and in the box we're going to type, Peter, please see Karen's comment on this slide. I don't have access to the design department schedule. Can you confirm the lag time is now only 4 to 5 weeks? Click outside the comment box, and then it says drag the comment balloon associated with Karen's comment to move it so it slightly overlaps your comment balloon. So this one's associated with that. I'm going to slightly overlap that one. It says moving a comment marker allows you to associate the comment with a specific area on the slide, such as a picture or a bulleted item, or to place it in a general location. It tells us to close the comments pane and then save our presentation. Alright, editing a comment is next. So it tells us to go to slide 1. And we're going to click the comment pane that we typed in the previous exercise to make this a dynamite presentation. Okay, And we're going to select the text. Double click, highlight it, and we're going to press delete. Okay, it says you have removed text from this comment. And it tells us to save our presentation. Okay, with slide 1 still displayed, next we're going to be deleting a comment. We're going to click on Karen Jones's first comment in the comment pane. And we're going to click the delete icon in the upper right corner of the comment. The comment is removed from the slide, leaving yours as the only one. Go to slide 9, and we're going to click the comments pane, task button, and we're going to delete. Click the delete button, review tab. Okay, so click inside the comments pane, and we're going to click the delete button up here. Okay, then it tells us to close the comments pane, but save our presentation. Next, we're going to combine and compare presentations. So we need to save our document. Alright, so we're going to save this as in our lesson 10 folder as HR final version 2. I'm going to save it. Alright, then on the review tab, we're going to click the compare button. Okay, and the choose file to merge current presentation dialog box opens. It says to navigate to the folder containing the data files. So I'll go to student data files for lesson 10, and we'll choose HR summary. And we're going to click the merge button right here. The presentation opens and the comments and the revisions task pane open. To toggle the revision task pane on and off, you can click the review pane button on the review tab of the ribbon. It tells us to go to slide 3 and click the revision icon on the slide. A balloon appears showing the changes to that slide. On the review tab, we're going to click the accept button. The changes on slide 3 are accepted, and the revision icon changes to show a check mark. Notice that the check box is next to the items in the balloon. This allows you to select which changes to apply. Go to slide 9 and click the revisions icon. Mark the checkbox next to the diagram content and then click reject. Okay. In the compare group, let's see, click the next to go to slide 10. Okay, and we're going to click accept and then reject to change your mind. It says do not confuse the next button in the compare group with the next button in the comments group. Go through and accept all other changes to the presentation by clicking each slide and then selecting accept all changes to this slide. Be sure not to do this on slides 3 and 9 and 10, or you will revert to the changes you rejected. Alright, so we're going to go through and we're going to accept changes on all other slides. OK. On the review tab, click End Review. Okay, and then we'll click Yes, and it says browse through the presentation to confirm that the changes were made. The revisions you accepted were finalized, and the revisions you rejected were discarded. The comments are still there. They were not affected by the review. On the Review tab, it says click the down arrow under the Delete button. Okay, and we're going to click Delete all comments and ink in this presentation. Click Yes to confirm, and then we're going to close the Comments task pane if you need to, and then it says to save the presentation. Next, we're going to protect a presentation with a password. So it tells us to save our document as, and we're going to save it as HR Review Final Version 3. Tells us to click the File tab and then click Protect Presentation. And we're going to encrypt it with a password. In the password, type protect me. Black circles appear in the actual characters you type. The password used for this exercise is not a very strong password. It would not be that difficult to guess because it consists of only letters. When creating your own password, try to include a combination of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, symbols, and spaces. It tells us to click OK. And another dialog box appears asking you to confirm the password. We have to type protect me again, and then click OK. Backstage view remains open, and the protect presentation area is highlighted in yellow and says that a password is required to open the presentation. It tells us to click close when prompted to save your changes. And we're going to go to so when it asks you to save your changes, we're going to click Don't Save. Oh, sorry. Do click Save. Okay, and then we're going to go to File, Open, and you can browse to your Final Version 3. Okay, when this pops up, you have to type Protect Me. Okay, and it should open up. Alright, we're going to save our presentation. And then we're going to continue on here. Let's see, so Final Version 3, we're going to click the File tab. And we're going to click the Protect Presentation menu. And where it says Encrypt with Password, we're going to click on that. Okay. Double click the current password and then press Delete to clear it. Click OK, and the password has been removed, and it tells us to save our presentation. And then you can reopen it to confirm that no password prompt appears. Okay, let's click the File tab again, choosing Protect Password. This time we're going to click Mark as Final. A confirmation box appears that it will be marked as final and then saved. We'll click OK to continue. A confirmation box appears that it has been marked as final. We'll click OK. Notice that the ribbon should be hidden, and an information bar appears with a message that says the file is marked as final. We're going to click Edit anyway, and the editing commands on the ribbon are displayed again. It tells us to save our presentation. Alright, so preparing a presentation for distribution. We're going to save this file one more time, in your Lesson 10 folder as HR Presentation Version 4. It tells us to click File, and then we're going to click Check for Issues, and we're going to check Compatibility. The Microsoft PowerPoint Compatibility Checker dialog box has been opened, and it found a potential issue. Okay, it says that the Smart Art graphic and any text in it cannot be edited when using versions of Microsoft Office earlier than 2007. Slide 9. Okay, we're going to click OK. And then it tells us to open the file Agility Media from the data files provided for this lesson. So I'm going to come over here, go to PowerPoint Data Files Lesson 10. Oh, wrong one. Lesson 10. And we're going to choose the Agility Media. Enable editing, and we're going to go to File, Save As. In our Lesson 10 folder, we'll name it Agility Media Final. Okay, it tells us to click the File tab. Notice that the Optimize Compatibility button appears that is available. That is because this presentation contains an actual embedded video clip, not just a link to an online clip. And we're going to click the Optimize Compatibility button. When the optimization is complete, it tells us to click Close. Okay. And then, if necessary, click the File tab, and we're going to click the Check for Issues button, and we're going to check compatibility. Note the compatibility issue that the checker found, that the media clips were saved as pictures. So we'll click OK. And then we're going to click Save. And then close the Agility Media Final presentation. Leave the HR Review Final Version 4 open. An accessible presentation is one that can be viewed by a wide variety of computer users, including those who may have disabilities that require them to use adaptive technologies such as screen reading programs. So we're going to click the File tab. We're going to click on Check for Issues and check Accessibility. The Accessibility Checker pane opens. In the Accessibility Checker task pane, we're going to click on Picture 2, Slide 4. Slide 4 appears and the picture is selected. It says, do the following to add alternative text to the picture. Right-click the picture and choose Format Picture. And then it says click the Size and Properties icon at the top of the Format Picture task pane. So that would be this one. And here where it says Alternative Text, we're going to, in the title box, type Smiling Businessman. Okay, so it says to repeat steps 2 through 3 for picture 2 on slide 7. Picture 2, slide 7. Okay, so we're going to add in a title that says Balance Scale. Okay, and then picture 3 on slide 12. We're going to type woman writing. Okay, and do the following to add alternative text to the Smart Art graphic on slide 9. So it says click the accessibility checker task pane and click content placeholder 5, slide 9 to jump to slide 9. In the format shape task pane in the alternative sections title box, we're going to type SmartArt graphic of key positions to fill. On the SmartArt Tools Design tab, we're going to click Text Pane, and it says select all of the text in the text pane, Control A, and then press Control C to copy it. Close the SmartArt text pane, and then it says reselect the outer frame of the SmartArt graphic, and in the Format Shapes task pane, click in the description box underneath alternative text, and you're going to press Control V to paste the copied text. The Format Shape task pane should resemble figure 10-8, which ours does. Okay, it tells us to close the Format Shape task pane, and in the accessibility checker, click slide 12 under the check reading order heading, and follow the instructions in the additional information section of the task pane to check the reading order. Note that the slide's content is set to appear before its title. Okay, so it says people who cannot view the slide will hear the slide text, shapes, and contents read back in a specific order. You should verify that the reading order and labels will make sense in the order they will be read back. How to fix. To check the order content will be read back, switch to the Home tab, okay, and click Arrange and choose Selection Pane. The selection pane lists the objects on the slide, and objects will be read back, beginning with the bottom list item and ending with the top list item. Correct any out of order items using the reorder arrow on the bottom of the pane, or actually right here. So it says that the objects will be read back beginning with the bottom list item and ending with the top list item. So probably you're going to want the title to be first, okay, and then you're probably going to want the content placeholder, okay, followed by the picture, okay, and then the footer placeholder, and then the number placeholder. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So then it says close the selection task pane and close the accessibility checker, and then it tells us to save our presentation. Okay, still using HR Review Final Version 4. It tells us to click the File tab, and we're going to click the Info File tab and select Info. So make sure Info is selected, and then click the Show All Properties link, which is down here. And it tells us to right-click the student name and click Edit Property. right here, and we're going to click Edit Property. Okay, in the Enter Names or Email Address field, type your own name, replacing the generic student name there. Okay, so type in your name. Okay, click OK, and then in the status text box, type final. Okay, and then it says delete the text from the comments text box. Okay, and then we're going to click the Properties heading and choose Advanced Properties. It says to click the Summary tab. Note that some of the same properties appear here as in the Document Properties panel. It tells us to click the Statistics tab and note the information that appears here. And then click the Contents tab and note the information that appears on that tab. It tells us to click the Custom tab. In the list of properties at the top, click Language. Okay, and then in the value box, type English, and we're going to click Add. Click OK to close the dialog box, and then in the Backstage view, we're going to click Check for Issues, and then Inspect Document. At the confirmation box, click Yes to save your changes. The Document Inspector opens. It says click Inspect, and then it says a report appears showing what inspection found. It tells us to click the Remove All next to Document Properties and Personal Information, and then close the file, or the dialog box. Click the File tab, click Info, and scroll to the bottom of the screen, and then click the Show All Properties button, and where it says, then it says Examine the document's property. Note that most of the information has been removed from its text boxes. Click the back arrow to return to the presentation and save. Next, we're going to be exporting and saving a presentation in different formats. So we're going to click the File tab and then click Export. And we're going to create a PDF XPS document. Okay, so navigate to the location where you are saving your files for this lesson. So I'm already there. And we're going to type in on the box, the file name should be HR Review XPS. And we're going to click Publish. Okay, it tells us to click the File tab and then click Export. Okay, and we're going to select Create a Video. Select Internet Quality from the Presentation Quality drop-down box. And then we're going to click Create Video button. Navigate to the location where you're saving your files, and in the file name box we're going to type HR Video, and then we'll hit Save. Use File Explorer to navigate to the location where you save the files and open them to see how they displayed. So here I'm going to go back to PowerPoint Lesson 10. Okay, and you should see that you have a couple different file types now. You have the XPS document and you have an MP4 file, which is a video file format for creating videos. It tells us to close the files so you can double click to play and see how the movie plays or the video. Okay, you can also open this up and see how it looks as a PDF file. Okay, I'm going to close current tab. Alright, it tells us to pause and leave our presentation open. I'm going to close out of that. Okay, next we're going to save in an XML format. So we're going to go to File, Save As. Okay, an XML format is a structured markup language that makes it easier to exchange data files across various types of computers, operating systems, and applications. It tells us to click Save As and then click Browse so that we're saving in the right folder. And we're going to open the Save As Type drop-down arrow, and we're going to find Strict Open XML Presentation. In the file name box, we're going to type HR Review Open XML, and we should hit Save. Use File Explorer to navigate to the location where you saved the file and open the file you just saved to see how it displayed. Okay, so we'll go here. You can go back through and find your PowerPoint folder, Lesson 10, HR Review, Open XML. Okay, so it looks very similar to a PowerPoint, but it's able to open more easily on different file types or on different computers. Then it tells us to close the file. Okay. Tells us to get ready, open HR Review Final Version 4. And we're going to click the File tab and choose Save As. Then click Browse and navigate to the location where you want it to save. Open the Save As Type drop-down, and we're going to choose PowerPoint Show, which is right here. In the file name box, type HR Show. And click Save. The file is saved in that format, and the new file is open in PowerPoint. Okay, it tells us to close, and then you can exit PowerPoint. Okay, we are done with this lesson.